वलक़द यस्सरनल क़ुरआन लिज़्ज़िक्रि फ़हल मिन मुद्दकिर।
अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। वल फज्र वलयालिन अश्र वश्शफ़ी वल वतर वल्लैलि इज़ा यसर हल फी ज़ालिका क़समुल लिज़ी हिजर। In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. By the dawn, by the night's stand, by the even and the odd, by the night when it passes away. Is there in that an oath for the one of understanding, for the one of understanding? अल्लाह के नाम से जो बेइंतहा मेहरबान खूब रहम फरमाने वाला, अल्लाह के नाम से जो बेइंतहा मेहरबान खूब रहम फरमाने वाला। कसम है फजर की, कसम है 10 रातों की, कसम है जुफ्त और ताख की, कसम है रात की जब वो रुखसत हो। क्या है इसमें कसम अक्ल वालों के लिए? So yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is again swearing on the time of Fajr, when after darkness, light streaks of light begin to be seen on the horizon, and gradually the day begins. Allah also swears on the night's 10, which refers to the 10 days of Zulhijjah. These are the 10 days of first 10 days of Zulhijjah. Prophet also said there are no days in which righteous deeds are done which are more beloved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than those done on those 10 days. कोई ऐसे दिन नहीं है जिसमें नेकियां को अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला ज्यादा पसंदीदा फरमाता है, जो नेकियां उन 10 पहले 10 दिन हज जिलहज्जा में किए जाते हैं। The Sahaba asked, not even jihad, O Prophet? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, not even jihad. Except, of course, the Prophet said, the one who went out to fight in the cause of Islam with his wealth and his life, and he lost both and came. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swears on those 10 nights, which means the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. Then Allah swears also on the odd and even, which come in pairs. And then by the night when it passes away. Earlier Allah spoke about the dawn, now Allah speaks about the night. So everything is paired. Everything is paired. Which means that this dunya is there, it has to be having a pair, that's आखिरत. जब दुनिया है तो फिर इसका जोड़ा जो है आखिरत। तो अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला फरमाता है, क्या इतने सारे जो कस्में अल्लाह खा रहा है ये काफी नहीं है इंसान को समझने के लिए? Is it not sufficient for a man who has basic common sense that with all these oaths yet he is not able to understand the basic fundamental point that there is Yawm al-Qiyamah? Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi'ad iramazat al-imad allati lam yukhlaq misluha fil bilad wa samud alladhina jabu as-sakhra bil wad wa fir'auna zil awtad alladhina taqaw fil bilad fa aksaru fiha al-fasad fasabba alayhim rabbuka sawta azab inna rabbaka labil mirsad. Have you not seen how dealt your Lord with Ad? That means the community of Ad. Iram, the city of pillars, which not was created the like of it in the land. And Samud, those who carved out, rocks in the valleys. And Pharaoh, owner of stakes, those Tagaw fil bilad, they transgressed in the land. Then they heaped in it mischief. Then poured down upon them your Lord Sauta azab, the whip of punishment. Inna rabbaka labil mirsad, verily your Lord surely is ever watchful or waiting in ambush. क्या नहीं आपने देखा कैसे सुलूक किया अल्लाह या सुलूक किया आपका रब आद वालों के साथ? इरम, सुतूनों वाले, ऐसे जो नहीं पैदा किए गए थे उन जैसे जमीन में। और समूद, जो तराशते थे चट्टानों को वादी में। और फिरौन, मेखों वाला, ये लोग सरकशी किए जमीन में, फिर फैलाया उसमें बहुत फसाद, फिर बरसाया उन पर आपका रब अजाब का कोड़ा, बेशक बेशक आपका रब घात में है. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the community of Ad, unto whom Hud alayhi salam was sent, the community of Samud, unto whom Salih alayhi salam was sent, and talks about Fir'aun. All these were very powerful people and communities during their time. उनका जोर, उनकी ताकत, और Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them good stature, good physique, and they left testimonials in the sands of time. और ये बहुत जोर आवर कौमें थे, लेकिन क्या हशर हुआ? उनकी बगावत और सरकशी और नाफरमानी की वजह से अल्लाह ने ढील पर ढील देना शुरू किया. अल्लाह give them respite over respite. But ultimately, when they became arrogant, crossed all limits, rejected the prophets, went on to even conspire to kill them, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought down his punishment and eliminated all of them from the map of the earth. This is the pattern which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala follows. فَأَمَّا الْإِنسَانُ إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ رَبُّهُ فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَمَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَكْرَمَنِ وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَهَانَنِ. And as for man, when tests him his Lord, فَأَكْرَمَهُ, then honors him, وَنَعَمَهُ, and favors him, then he says, my Lord has honored me. And as for the one when tests him, then constricts or restricts upon him his provision, then he says, my Lord has humiliated me. रहा इंसान जब आजमाता है उसको उसका रब, फिर उसको इज्जत बख्शता है और नियामतें अता करता है, तो वो कहता है मेरा रब ने मुझे इज्जत बख्शी. फिर रहा वो शख्स जब आजमाता है उसको उसका रब, आजमाता है उसको, फिर तंग कर देता है उस पर उसका रिस्क, तो फिर वो कहता है मेरे रब ने मुझे जलील कर दिया. अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला gives him the best, which is also a test of Allah. जब अल्लाह देता है तो उस वक्त पे भी आजमाता है अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला, और जब नहीं देता है और परेशानी का वक्त गुजरता है तो वो भी जो है उसका इंसान का इम्तिहान होता है. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives also and tests man, and withdraws the blessings and also then tests man. But man invariably, when he is provided with all the favors and that is the test which he is undertaking, at that time he becomes elated, he becomes proud, and he thinks that all this is on account of his efforts. Conversely, when Allah tests him, withdraws from him the provision and puts him into difficulties, at that time he despairs, he loses all hope, starts grudging and complaining. So this is the normal tendency and human nature. ये इंसान की फितरत है, लेकिन there are certain people as true believers who don't fall under these categories. When Allah blesses them, they are extremely thankful and give all the credit to Allah. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deprives them of certain blessings or withdraws certain blessings, even then they adopt patience and they accept Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's decision. कल्ला बल्ला तुक्रिमुन अल यतीम वला तुहाद्दून अला तुआमिल मिस्कीन व ताकुलुन तुरासा अकलन लम्मा व तुहिब्बुन अल माला हुब्बन जम्मा. Nay, but you do not honor the orphan, and you do not urge upon the feeding of the needy. وَتَأْكُلُونَ التُّرَاثَ, and you eat up the inheritance, all of it together. And you love the wealth with love intense. हरगिज नहीं, बल्कि तुम तो यतीमों के साथ इज्जत के साथ सलूक नहीं करते, यानी इनको इज्जत नहीं देते, और नहीं तुम उकसाते एक दूसरों को मिस्कीन को खाना खिलाने पर, और तुम खा जाते हो मीरास का माल सब समेट कर, सब का सब, और तुम मोहब्बत रखते हो माल से इंतहाई मोहब्बत. That's right. These are all some of the common weaknesses and mistakes and faults committed by the people on account of their greed, on account of their pride and arrogance, that they violate the rights of human beings, beginning from orphans. Prophet ﷺ said, whoever takes care of an orphan and treats the orphan well, he and I will be in paradise like that, and he showed his two fingers. The second thing which Allah says, they do not urge upon the feeding of the needy, which means they don't bother about the have-nots. Number 3, They are so greedy and selfish that they want to take away all the money of the deceased. And most often we see even today, the sisters are deprived of their due rights and inheritance rights. The brother snatch away, or the elder brother takes away everything and does not give it to his siblings. All these we come across today. And the fourth, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, that all this you have because you have passionate love for wealth. तुम्हें माल की मोहब्बत, इतने तुम माल की मोहब्बत में गिरफ्तार हो गए कि तुम्हें जो है हलाल और हराम की तमीज बाकी नहीं रही। तुम ना यतीमों के साथ अच्छा सलूक करते हो, ना तुम गरीबों का ख्याल करते हो, बल्कि तुम्हारे अंदर वो माल की हवस इतनी आ गई कि तुम जो है जितना हो सके माल अपने पास लेना चाहते हो, और ये माल की मोहब्बत में इतने तुम गिरफ्तार हो गए कि अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला के अहकाम की तुम पामाली करते हो, जिसका तुमको हिसाब क़यामत के दिन चुकाना होगा। कल्ला इज़ा दुक्कतिल अर्ज़ु दक्कन दक्का वजाअ रब्बुका वल मलकु सफ़्फ़न सफ़्फ़ा वजीअ यौमइज़िन बिजहन्नम यौमइज़िन यतज़क्करुल इंसानु व अन्ना लहु ज़िक्रा। Nay, when will be powdered the earth with complete powdering, and will come your Lord, and will come the angels in rows, and will be brought on that day the hell. On that day will remember man, but how could it benefit for him the remembrance? That means at that time. हरगिज नहीं, जब कूट कूट कर जमीन रेजा रेजा कर दी जाएगी और आएगा आपका रब, और आएंगे फरिश्ते भी सफ बस्ता होकर, और ले आई जाएगी उस दिन जहन्नम। उस दिन याद करेगा इंसान, लेकिन क्या फायदा होगा उसको उस वक्त याद करना। He would say, who would say? Man would say, would that I should have sent forth for my future life. That means I should have sent forth a lot of good deeds for my future life. Then on that day, not will bind like his binding anyone, and not will, and not will punish like his punishing anyone, and not will bind like his binding anyone. I repeat this translation. He will say, would that I should have sent forth for my future life. Then on that day, not he will punish like his punishment anyone, not will punish like his punishment anyone, and not will bind like his binding anyone. इंसान कहेगा, काश मैं आगे भेजा होता मेरे आने वाली जिंदगी के लिए। फिर उस दिन नहीं कोई होगा ऐसी सजा देने वाला जैसे वो सजा देगा, और ना कोई ऐसा बांधने वाला जैसे वो बांधेगा, यानी अल्लाह बांधेगा। या अय्यतुहन नफ्सुल मुतमइन्ना इरजिई इला रब्बिकी राज़ियतम मर्ज़िया। या अय्यतुहन नफ्सुल मुतमइन्ना इरजिई इला रब्बिकी राज़ियतम मर्ज़िया फदखुली फी इबादी वदखुली जन्नती। O soul satisfied, return towards your Lord, well pleased, well pleasing. So enter into among my slaves, and enter into my paradise. ए नफ्स मुतमइन्ना, लौट जा तेरे रब के यहाँ, तू उससे राजी है, वो तुझसे राजी। बस दाखिल हो जा मेरे बंदों के साथ, और दाखिल हो जा मेरी जन्नत में। That's the final and ultimate level of felicity. ये असल कामयाबी है कि अल्लाह खुद जो है मुकाम राजी हो गया। बस इसी तक से राजी हो जाए। रिजा इलाही फलाह आखिर। Allah should be pleased with us, and we should be successful in the hereafter. That's the nafs mutmainna. Nafs amara, then you go on to nafs lawama, and the ultimate level, the final level, which we should all aspire for, is the nafs mutmainna. May Allah enable us to achieve that position of nafs mutmainna, where Allah addresses us and says, come into my paradise. May Allah include us among them. Ameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.